Tonight over on ITV there's yet another tell-all documentary from, of course, the former royal known as the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry. And this time it's all about taking on the tabloid world. Interesting here because once again it all focuses on, well, the bigger problems, of course, of Prince Harry, but really behind the scenes was far more interesting. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good to see you today, and as ever, thank you for joining me. It's nice to have your company. By the way, cast your mind back. I know I often say this, but it's true. On this day in 1935, for the very first time, you could actually send greetings telegrams. You know, I was thinking about this. Ask a young person today if they knew what a telegram was. Can you imagine? And apparently it was 3p more if you wanted to make it extra special and put it in a gold envelope. You see, everybody knew how to make money. It's nothing new, is it? But when you think about it, it's absolutely fascinating because I was talking to someone the other day about faxes, you know, and I said, oh yeah, I used to come through, and they said, fax, to show them a video. Gosh, it makes you feel old, doesn't it? Do you remember a telegram? And did you get a telegram? And of course, was it a momentous moment? Or were you posh and had quite a lot? I'd love to know. Now, back us over to your royal story of the day. As I say, tonight over on ITV1, Tabloids on Trial is the latest sort of thing. Coming out, of course, of Prince Harry and his latest quest to bring down the British media. He believes, of course, as many people now know, that it was the British media, along with the alleged hacking and all that sort of stuff, that really ruined his early life. Now, one might suspect you've now moved on, you're happy, you've got 2 children, living the freedom life that you so allegedly wanted. What's the problem? It would appear it's revenge. And as I told you recently, His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, Prince William, very politely declined the opportunity to actually appear in this programme, even though, you know, he had an instrumental part in taking on the tabloids. He I think very wisely and sagely settled on a rather large sum from News Group and then donated that, a huge proportion of that, to charity, and the other side of it to, of course, the Invictus Games. But Harry never mentioned that in the court cases. What's interesting though about this particular tabloid doco is simply that Harry once again reiterates how it's the tabloids that broke his relationship and destroyed it almost with his family. Now, as many people know, you know, these battles were going on long before, of course, Harry had his head turned by marrying and suddenly becoming some kind of vengeful quest person wanting to change the world. Now, some people might suggest also that the reason why his relationship is destroyed with his family is nothing to actually do with the tabloids. It's more to do with the fact that you've done a tell-all book, endless documentaries, and your wife can't keep it still. Bottom line is, when there's a royal event, always trying to upsurge and upsteal, all that sort of stuff. Whichever way you look at it, it's not a good look. But according to a very well-placed source who's working on the programme behind the scenes, literally they had to cut quite a bit out, as ever we have to say allegedly, for legal reasons, more importantly, because Harry was very vocal once again about the behind the scenes, what goes on behind palace doors with regards to the media and the press. Now, as you've seen over the last few days, the media are not particularly kind to the British monarchy. Also, when it comes down to royal finances, are they worth it? This is the money they spend, slim down monarchy. So Harry's story just does not back up this ridiculous idea that we in the media get invited into special parties to meet people at whim so that we can be persuaded to write, say, and publish certain things is just beyond ridiculous. But there you go. We have Harry's version of events, now coloured by Meghan's version of events, and this is a story that we get. You understand and see the picture. So what you're going to see tonight is the same thing again, but really with no absolute backup at all. Never in any moment do they call him out and say, where's the proof on that? Did you ever take any pictures? Were there any formal invites? How do you know this? It's all very one-sided. Now, obviously for legal reasons, and they're still editing the programme as we're recording this now, it's that volatile. The bottom line is the programme that they got really tells you nothing. But Harry again will hope that this will set the record straight and make people think and feel sorry for him. The only thing I suspect it will do will push his now destroyed family, in his mind, even further away, for dragging them once again into the royal gossip dirt on a prime-time channel, and more importantly about something that they've already discussed at length with him and gave him expert advice he chose to ignore and carry on, of course, going to the courts. Either way, it's not a good look. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.